Hello, baddies. We are starting week 98 off insanely strong with, guess what? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, first, let me show you my outfit. So I'm wearing don't mind my socks. Actually, do mind my socks, they look awesome. So this is the fit, And so the idea was behind this was, I did math test yesterday, a Spanish test today, and I was like, I'm gonna serve while I take these tests because that always makes me feel better. So as of recent, I've just been feeling kind of like a dum-dum whenever I take tests because I worked really hard on my math test. Like I studied a lot. I guess I did not fully understand the concepts, however, because this morning my math teacher comes up to me and he just kind of tells me like, girl, what happened? And I was like, no, like I thought I did good. And I was like, whatever, it's fine. That bugged me the whole day. Anywho, then I get to my Spanish test and like people have said, oh, it's so easy, blah, 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 blah. So we have to write an essay and we have to do this thing where we compare like the Spanish speaking world to our community. I was writing an essay and I was like, so last time I thought I did good. Me when I lie. Well, here's the thing. Good at my old school compared to good now is just like not the same. And so like my vocabulary wasn't sophisticated enough. So I was like thinking about that, but I was also trying to keep, everything I did the last time. So I was trying to improve while also trying to like not change up what I was doing too much. So I just like, and I was forgetting how to conjugate words. I was forgetting words and I was like, okay. So, and I feel like there's so much going on. Like there's so much noise. And usually I'm pretty serene. I'm like, okay, didn't do well on that test. It's fine. There's always another one. But whenever I try really hard and I still don't do well on it, I mean, yes, I can always give it like, 100? I mean, I can always raise the ceiling of like what my trying my hardest is. But like, it's just kind of discouraging because like whenever you're doing bad, you're not really like, oh, I want to do better. Also, mind you, I have to write like a 1 to 1.5 page thing tomorrow for one of my classes. And so like while I'm trying to process all of this, I still have to do that. And I have to come up with a service project. And I have an idea for my service project. I need to send an email to the people who I want to try and partner with. And I'm nervous because I don't know how to format it, so they want to agree with me. So I have that to do also. And normally I can deal with this much crap on my plate, but it's just like whenever I also just kind of feel like I have no idea what's going on and no idea how to improve because I feel like I did my best and that didn't cut it. I'm kind of like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And then, I don't want to meet with my teachers. And then it's like, I don't even know. Like, I'm just creating my own problems. But anywho, that's low-key where I'm at. And I think I just need to stop letting my test, like, dominate my whole day. Like, my whole day is not my test. It's, like, I can go about my day just fine. Try my hardest on my test. Get my shit rocked and move on with my day. Like, but yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. And I honestly just think I need to just doom scroll and watch TV because I've been going to cafes to study. And I think at the end of the day, I just feel so burnt out because I don't have any free periods also. Like, it's like work, sleep, work. And I just think, and like, yes, I enjoy it. I also sometimes just need like it's gonna be okay. Because like I know it's gonna be okay. It's just hard being in the part where it's like, oh, and I like actually last time I did something like this and I got through it. Like I was like, I really wish I kind of like felt the chaos and kind of felt the stress. It was just like, and that's what my life is right now, and I can whine about it. Actually, no, I did kind of embrace that, but like that's what I'm doing. Like, yes, am I stressed? Yes. Have I said I don't think I'm enough recently? Yes. Do I just kind of feel like I need to do better? Yes. Also, I know, as I say this, I know that I'm enough. I know that like I'm trying my best and that's all I can do. And I know that it's all gonna be okay because like, you're gonna go where you're meant to go. And I think it's easy for people to say, like, oh, you know, like, no, my GPA, my grades. And like, I understand. Clearly, right now, I understand. Like, I get it. But you just have to, not but, you also just have to know that, like, you can do it, and your grades aren't going to define all of who you are. And also, you know, my biggest fear is everything going correctly, because then what's helping me grow? How am I becoming a new person? Because the truth is, I think had I been doing good on all these tests, I would have been like, I know what's going on. And like, it's okay to not know what's going on. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to just not get it, and not get it the second time or third or fourth or fifth, because you're ultimately gonna get it. And I also think, like, I'm so lucky to be able to be only worried about my grades, because there are so many things that everyone around the world has to worry about. And hearing about these things, I hear about them and I'm like, oh my God, like, that's awful. And so living in that must be even worse. And so I'm happy that I'm grateful that the only thing I have to worry about is my grades. And also that, like, I'm able to help people, because the truth is, I do want to do projects where I help people, and I want to do, like, you know, SNAP benefits and things to help. But like, I I just feel so like boxed in. I'm like, I don't know how to help. I don't know how to help. And then I think also trying to like figure that out while trying to figure out all my crap is just like not easy. But you know, I'm lucky that like I now feel stable in my, like, ooh, almost clocked someone. And like, I think I can talk about my own opinions. I also just try and make it not too related to other people, because I don't want to, you know, clock someone by proxy. I'm happy that I like enjoy being with my friend group and they help make school better for me. I'm happy that like I like the food at my school, and so, you know, I have that. I'm happy that I have a whole bunch of people behind me to support me. I'm happy that I have options and there's stuff I can do, and I have not a GPA to fall back on because I'm starting my GPA anew. Yay! But that I have the experience to be able to handle this, and also I have the mindset to be able to handle this. I could not handle this if I had the mindset of like, oh, like, I'm so bad, I just like I just can't get it right. Like, no, that's not how I feel. Did I cry in the car? Yes. Also, I cried knowing this is cathartic for me. This isn't me thinking, oh, I'm not enough and I'm never going to be good enough. This is me saying I need to give myself a break and just express my emotions. And am I necessarily sad about it? No. Am I not exactly proud of it? Yes. So, and it's not like, I don't know why, I've just like on test days as of recent, I felt so like overwhelmed and just like agitated hearing that. Like hearing the, you would test. And I think, I don't really know why, because tests used to not bother me that much. I think I'm just nervous. And so I think I just need to breathe. And it's literally about to be Thanksgiving break, and I'm gonna have to worry about tests during Thanksgiving break. I'm just gonna have to worry about eating. And like, I low-key might work during Thanksgiving too, so that'll be fun. But yes, and I have a show coming up, and then also this is gonna lead to some really great dances to express my emotions, so expect to see some improvements in my dancing abilities. Okay. But yeah, it's like, I say all this, I still have to go do that, but like, I don't have to do it right now, and I know I'm gonna get it done. I just need a break. Tiny break. Minuscule break. And then I'll be back to work. Get back to work. But, you know. Also, this light low-key washes me out. I don't look like that on screen. I'm just becoming more mature and more prepared for life, probably. Bye, baddies. Okay, hi everyone. So, I recently, put my phone down, had a bit of a predicament. My neighbors are like outside right now, so they might be hearing me talk to myself thinking I'm crazy, but okay. This week has been the longest freaking week ever. And usually, like, I have long weeks. I'm like, yay, long week. I think that as of recent, my long weeks have felt a little bit more like, long week, let me out. And so, that made me, like, kind of think, like, why am I not liking the grind? And, like, while I was at work, I was like, there's just too much going on. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. And then, like, I just journaled. One of my friends got me this for my birthday. Isn't it so cute? Little strawberries. Okay. Anywho. And I just kind of realized also yesterday something happened, and it just really made me upset, and it made me not really feel great, and that kind of just a little epiphany in my head, and I was like, so wait, let me just say what happened. So I was sitting at my lunch table, and like they had already been sitting there, and then I sat down and I'm eating my burger because I was in the line with other people, and you know, you might think like, why didn't you sit with those other people? Well, because like I usually sit with this table like almost every day. So I go sit down, and like they all just look kind of upset. And you know, like it's cool, so like I understand, but like it just kind of felt like a whole bunch of frowny energy, and I just wasn't really feeling it, you know, saying like, and like I understand if you're upset. There's also just like a genuine line of just being like considerate, and so, you know, like you don't have to talk to me, whatever, but like also I just kind of always feel rushed, and so, and like I get it, I'm a leader, like I understand if you don't want to wait for me, but also I just feel like that's kind of like a general line of like consideration. Anywho, so I'm sitting and I'm eating, and they all just stand up like at the same time, and like it's not like as soon as I sit down, it wasn't like I sit down, they stand up, but it was like I hadn't even been eating for maybe like 7 minutes. I'm not even gonna make a joke because I was genuinely really upset about this, and they all stood up, and I was like, what? I was like, wait, am I getting left? Like, what? And then one of them goes, yes, you are getting left. Like, guys, what? And so, I, like, whenever I say this, I also want to say, I don't think it was a personal thing. I don't think it's because I'm me. I just think, like, they didn't care. And I think that's definitely better, but also, it's just, like, genuinely, why would I sit with you if you're not gonna wait for me? Like, what? Not one person. There was 5 people. Not one person waited. And so, I mean, I think that's definitely something where, like, oh my god, hold on. I was getting distracted by my cat tearing up a bag or something. Anyway, that's definitely something where, like, some people would just brush that off. And, like, if you don't care, then that's okay. Like, you cannot care. That felt so just mean to me. And it also just kind of felt like you don't really care. And I think they don't think it's that big of a deal, but like, to me that is. And I mean, that's just also kind of like an empathy thing. Like, how would you feel if everyone got up and left you? Especially if you've gone to school for 2 months. Like, that doesn't make anybody feel good about themselves. And so, and that was really, really bugging me. Like, really bugging me. Because how could you do that? So I go and I like sat with these other people, and I was like, my whole table just got up and left me, and they were like, what? Why? And I was like, I guess they were done. And they waited for somebody else to finish and not me. And I think, like, that's something I find, like, I don't think there's very many people who wouldn't get upset about that. And I think that also just kind of showed me, like, how, like, important my feelings are, and clearly they're not very important if you don't have any problem standing up and leaving a table I'm still eating at. Like, I don't know. And I think, like, yeah, we all make mistakes, but also, like, that just felt, like, very, I don't know, I didn't appreciate it. And so, and then I was, like, freaking out because I was like, like, who am I gonna sit with now? Like, am I gonna move tables? What are they gonna think about me moving tables? Like, and so that's kind of, like, the energy I was giving. Like, that was after my 3rd class, and we have 4 classes each day. And so I just kind of was like, I'm not gonna sit with you anymore if you're gonna leave. What? Like, what? Who does that? What? Like, oh my god. Anywho. And so, that was stressing me out so bad because, and then I was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, yeah, no, like, I felt so bad, like, I tried to find you. I'm just like, what? And then I'm like, and I started to think, like, what if they get mad at me for getting, like, mad? And then I was like, if they're mad that I'm mad, then, like, I can't, like, that's just kind of unreasonable. So, yeah, and I can't even, like, that was literally, like, a hypothetical, so I just kind of, like, dismissed it, like, delete. Anywho, moving on, then I was just journaling, and I, like, kind of realized, like, if you're not gonna wait for me while I'm sitting with you, then what is the point of me sitting with you? If I sit with you and I feel like I just have to rush, and I just feel like you, like, if I'm not having it, song quote, if it doesn't feel good, what am I doing it for? Like, why am I here if I'm just being rushed and I fear getting left behind? There's no point in that. I would rather be alone and sit by myself and face the sadness of that than try and force myself into a standard that I just don't fit. And I think when I say that, it comes off kind of offensive, probably, I'm presuming. I just feel like it's very, like, straightforward, though. If I'm sitting with you and I feel like you're gonna get up at any second and leave me, then why am I here? And that's not saying, like, oh, I'm gonna drop them and never speak to them again, but, like, I'm not gonna sit at your lunch table if you leave me. That's, like... And so, then I was kind of thinking, like, where am I gonna go? But I think that's something we'll figure out with time. If I were to say I'm not nervous, that would be a lie. But I feel better about it now after saying this and knowing that I'm probably gonna post it for other people to see? Not necessarily. But I think it's important for me to express all my feelings, even if they ruffle feathers, because if it's how I feel and it makes you upset, there's not much I can do about that, because those are my feelings and those are your feelings, and they just don't really align. So, can't agree on everything. And I also just want to say, if you're around people who make you feel like you're not enough, you constantly have to run to catch up with them. You constantly have to just be someone you're not. And I'm not saying this is relatable to me. Well, it has been in the past, but this is not aimed. That is kind of a sign, that is a sign that you're not valued. And you can say, like, no, they might still value me. I really feel like if you're, well, maybe not just those two things. If it's giving that, if it rhymes with what's happening, or what I'm describing. Like, you speak and nobody responds. You constantly get left behind. You constantly feel like you're just left out. Then that's a sign that you should leave and find people who treat you better, because that's unacceptable. And so, while that might not be fully applicable to this situation, or so I think now, also, you don't have to be like, oh, I hate all of you. You can just be like, okay, bye. Like, this is kind of what happened to me at my old school. Like, but I also just kind of let it fester. Like, I let the little things that bugged me fester to the point where I was like, literally the only solution for me is to get out of here. And so, like, don't let that happen. Stand up for yourself. If people leave you behind, say, hey, what's going on? Why am I getting left? People don't respond, say, hey, why aren't you responding? And if you straight up just like, if it's quite apparent, because people make mistakes, it's quite apparent that it was on purpose and they don't care that you're upset, and they don't care what you have to say, you don't have to give a whole speech. You don't have to write a song about it. You can just leave. I feel like that's always what I say. Like, you don't have to. And then people say, like, well, you can't leave them behind. Like, if they don't care about me, why can't I leave them behind? What? So, yeah. That's my opinion. Okay. Now we're going to move on to other things. So, sometimes I feel like my life is just like a hot mess express. And I just think, and I'm like, ugh, where's a book? I need to write a book. I honestly wanted to do that, and then I got caught TikTok running, and I didn't feel too great after it. Also, my mom's like half sick, but I want dinner. And you might be like, why don't you make yourself dinner? She has the kitchen organized into a way that only she can understand it. I walk into that kitchen and I'm like, oh, get me out of here. That might just be me being dramatic, but also, like, I just don't want to. I honestly, every time I'm at work and I see the DoorDash orders come in, I'm like, oh, I want to be in my bed DoorDashing food right now. So maybe I should do that. Get myself a little treat. I also want to go to the neighborhood concert. So excited. And like, so me and this girl were like organizing it out. She's in my advisory, and she was like, okay, I'll pay you back for the ticket. And I was like, okay. Now I just have to get my dad to buy them. Oh, that's gonna be a pain, but it's okay. It's gonna work out. It's all gonna be okay. I feel like every time I journal, I'm like, I can rule the world, and then I like am like 5 seconds later, I'm like, I can rule the world. Like, I got this. I need to put more quotes on my wall, because I want, like, every time I look at my wall, I'm like, oh, yes, I remember who I am, and I remember what I believe in, because it's so easy to forget. Like, especially if you're in an environment where a lot of people are constantly just like, nothing's ever okay, and I'm freaking like, oh, ooh, take a breath. But also, like, yeah. And also, if you're just in an environment where, like, you look at your grades and you're like, oh, what's going on? Then I kind of just need to, like, look at my wall and be like, yep, that's right. Like, I remember one time I was doing my homework and I was like, oh, and then I was listening to, like, my hopecore music, and I was like, wait, why am I worried? Like, it's all gonna be okay. And I keep on saying that to myself, like, everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna end up where I want to be. I'm gonna end up with who I want to be. I'm gonna get there. Right now, I just need to stay locked and try my best. And that's what I've been doing. And, you know, I feel like I'm trying my best, but then I think about it and I'm like, I'm really not trying my best. But then when I try my full best, I'm like, oh, my tank is empty. So I'm just doing literally the best I can with where I'm at right now. And I think that's pretty damn good, because, oh boy, have I had a year. Like, at some point, I just kind of be like, I just have to be like, I need to give myself a break. Like, I will always take accountability for things I do wrong. I will always try not to single people out. I will always try to be inclusive and be the best person ever. Hip hip hooray. But also, sometimes I just need to say, I can't be the best person right now. I'm really upset. I'm tired and I'm freaking angry. And I need to sit in my bed and rant about it to my phone and post it on the internet and maybe piss you off because I'm talking about you. And you know, that's okay, because we all have our things. And especially with what is going on every single day, sometimes some of us are just like, okay, I need to be a little mad and I need to be a little upset. And what makes me so mad is when people are like, you know, like, why are you so happy all the time? Why are you so bubbly? Why do you have so much energy? Like, oh my god, this is just who I am. Like, do you want me to sit here and be angry all the time? Because I can, but that's not who I am. And I don't just want to sit here and be mad and franny, because then I'm not myself. 1, 2, I just feel like crap. And 3, I don't want to be an angry person, because there's already enough anger out in the world, but it makes me so upset whenever people are like, oh, just be this, just be that. Like, oh my god, just let me be who I am, and I let you be who you are. And you want to whine all the time, and I don't. And you know what? I listen to you whine, and I don't complain about you whining. So why are you complaining about me not whining? Why are you so mad that everyone else isn't upset like you're upset? Because we're all upset. I'm just trying not to be impolite, and you're making me angry. Anyhow, so that's how I felt as of recent. I feel like I have these like mini crash outs as such, which is honestly really valid. Like, it's a valid crash out. I'm not at a point anymore where I'm like, oh, like, you know, I'm just always so angry, and, you know, oh, I don't deserve to talk about my feelings. No, I do deserve to talk about my feelings. We all do. And I'm tired of people just acting like that's not a thing, and acting like we all don't have emotions that we need to express, because we all do. And yeah. And also, it's just like, I shouldn't have to be angry for people to care about what I'm saying. And I need to close my window because it's getting dark outside. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm back. So, I closed my window, and I went and I woke my mom up, and hopefully food will be arriving soon. Now, I kind of want to watch Vampire Diaries, but it's on season 6, and I never watched season 6 because I didn't like the fact that Elena made herself, hold on, sorry, spoiler. I didn't like that Elena made herself frigate Damon, and I was like, screw that, I'm not watching that. So I skipped the whole season. And now I'm gonna watch it for the first time, and I'll let you know if I like it or not. I love doing this. If you make your finger go like that, just flaps around. Anywho, that's the end of me for today. I hope you've had a lovely day. Hello, I'm back with the executive decision that with Halloween candy in hand, I am going to be making my own wall art with ripped out photos. Oh, these don't rip out very easily. Oh my gosh. Stop doing that. Goodness gracious. Okay. So this one's like literally. So, oh wait. Don't look at my journal. It's rude. Hello? Honestly, it fits the vibe. Okay. It's me and my pen against the world. No, I'm gonna put this in. Oh, that's making me annoyed. Okay, I'm gonna come back once it's done. Okay, I finished. It's not supposed to be like, it's not supposed to be like perfect or it's just like, it's its own thing, and like you either get it or you don't. Okay, I did this So the first one says, "This is just a storm inside a teacup," because it was inspired by a song Opalite. And then the last one says, "Don't stop believing." And the other ones, I guess we'll never know.